Ryan Coogler. Oh wait, did I put it on backwards? Oh, I put the wrong ones. Erica. Voila. This the look, y'all. Ready with me and talk about Forever and a couple other like really dope things in film and television that are inspiring me right now. My face is clean. I literally just got out the shower. This is hyaluronic acid from The Ordinary. I've been using this for a very long time. I like it. It's affordable. What I do though when I use hyaluronic acid, clearly I'm trying to get the shit in my eyes. I wipe it. Ooh, there's some lash glue still from the other day. I wipe it on so like it's even. Right. But then I take water in my hands. I literally just run my hands like under the water so it get wet, and then I just one more time, wet hands. And then I let this absorb. And the reason why I do this is because hyaluronic acid molecules can carry like 10 molecules of water. Like one hyaluronic acid molecule can supposedly carry 10 water molecules. And as it's being absorbed into your skin, it's kind of like carrying water in. So it just really helps with the hydration of your skin. That just made my little top here wet, but it's all good. I give this time. Give your skincare time to work. Do not just throw your serum on and then immediately throw on your eye cream, then immediately throw on your moisturizer, then immediately throw on your sunscreen. Give your skincare time to work. So I'm gonna let this absorb a bit while that's happening. I should have already brushed my teeth. And I typically, this is like the middle of the day now, but I typically brush my teeth before I have to film and get on camera, just because I want my teeth to be looking as white as possible. But typically you would do this before you start doing your skin stuff. Yeah, so we're still drying. It's all good. I'm gonna do a look that I did yesterday or 2 days ago. I didn't put makeup on yesterday. 2 days ago. It was very pretty. I used this Urban Decay Basquiat palette. Y'all, all of my makeup, all of it's old. Every last bit of my makeup is old. I literally just started using this. It looks brand new because I haven't even used all the colors. I had this for years. I never opened it. I opened it and did the first swatches maybe a month ago, then put it back and then never opened it and use it again 2 days ago. So I've used it twice now. I have a bunch of palettes like that. A bunch of things that I had from like various times in my life. I used to work at Ulta years and years ago, and I amassed so much freaking product and just never used it. But these palettes are like this Basquiat palette. I have a Pirates of the Caribbean palette downstairs. My Makeup Shayla Maybelline palette. A lot of times I got those in support of like the project or the person that I was doing a collab with. And then I kind of kept it as a keepsake. But it's like, also girl, you can still use the makeup. Like you can keep the palette. This is definitely artwork, right? But use the damn makeup. So I'm using the makeup. And it's all, the makeup is probably expired, but I don't care. One of my favorite palettes, still used, and yes, it's all beat up and whatnot because I'll be mixing stuff on the cover, is this old ass Jaclyn Hill palette. Been using her for years. Ain't gonna stop using her until she done. And yes, I'm still trying to buy myself time because as y'all can see, it's absorbing. It's just taking a little bit. I broke my little fan. I would usually like use a fan. Oh wait, I could use Jackie. No, I'm gonna say Jacqueline because Jackie in a beauty space is somebody completely different. And we love Jackie. It's Jackie. Let me stop. So yeah. It doesn't have to be completely dry, but I just want it to be like most of the way there, just so I know that my skin is hydrated. Like I know you're not supposed to do this and I'll probably be wasting product, but I kind of put a little bit extra because I want to make whatever available for my skin as possible. And then if it don't need it, then cool, let's sit there, I can rub it off, but at least it's not too little. And I swear by this, but like the best makeup applications come when your ass has done a good job of moisturizing your skin. I'm just moving it around in case there's other places that could use more. There's certain places that dried up all the way and other places that still are wet. And then this is the moisturizer I use. I would prefer to use Dermalogica. Not that this is bad. This is like really good. It's a drugstore. Not necessarily dupe, but it's pretty gray. But I would prefer to use Dermalogica Active Moist. But that is way more expensive, and this is not, but it's still a prebiotic. Yeah, I think. Oh no, it has ceramide and niacinamide in it. But I thought this was a prebiotic. Yeah, prebiotic thermal water. It's a prebiotic moisturizer as well, just like Active Moist is prebiotic. Okay. Again, give your skincare time. So I put the moisturizer on, and I'm going to at least leave it for a minute. Hey Google, set a timer actually for 2 minutes.
Sorry, I'm not sure which timer to do that for.
What do you mean, girl? Set a timer for 2 minutes.
Sure, 2 minutes. And we're starting now.
Thank you. Okay. Actually, I can just get into talk about the show. I am so obsessed with Marbreaker Kills Forever, and that is based off of an adaptation of a Judy Blume book of the same title. I have never read the book. I am trying to resist going to go get the book so I can read the damn book, and it came out in like 1975, and I'm like, I need to understand the source material. However, and or comma, I don't think that this is like a direct one-to-one adaptation, right? Like this is very much so seemingly like Maura was inspired by the theme in reference to young love, identity, and like navigating the times. But she very much so translated that to Black people in LA in 2018. Okay, so I feel like I'm gonna try to go read that damn book, and then it's not gonna be given what I think it's supposed to give. So maybe I should just leave well enough alone and keep swooning over this damn show. And this is followed up with like my obsession of Sinners. Ryan Coogler. And then Sinners I saw the day after I saw Furlough's Paradise at the Geffen Playhouse, which was an incredible play, still playing at the Geffen Playhouse, starring Casey Rogers and Zawanda Wise, written by A.K. Payne. It's such a beautiful exploration of Black womanhood, sisterhood, and like navigating life and identity. So we are in a space, or at least I'm in a space right now, where there's so much dope creative work that is really putting wind behind my sails in a time where the industry, it feels so bleak, y'all. Like it feels like I'm never gonna sell this project. I'm never gonna direct my first feature. Like it just feels like Hollywood is not trying to buy what I'm selling. Perfect. Or what my peers are selling, they are canceling Black projects more than they're greenlighting Black projects. We got a racist ass president wreaking havoc. Like it just, all of it is a lot. And to have these projects come out in succession, has just done so much for my inspiration and my motivation, and I'm really in a place of like, keep going. It does not matter. Like all of these other existential threats don't matter. Tell the story that you want to tell. Figure out a way to tell the fucking story, Erica. You have these scripts that you have written. You have these ideas. Like, figure out a way to push it out into the world. Figure out a way to share these experiences with others. Make it pretty later. Make it package it up and marketable later. Like, all of the like making it in the industry and like all of that shit comes later. Right now, I just need to connect with other humans on some real shit with the stories I want to tell, specifically tied to Black womanhood in America and the various things that happen as you navigate life at various stages, from very young to very old, and everything in the motherfucking middle. And it's like, okay, you got it. Hold on to that hoe and make the stuff. Anyway, I really want to use this, which is a throwback trendy top. This was like trendy back when YouTube was like the place for all the beauty gurus and all of the beauty stuff to pop off, and not necessarily TikTok. But this is the Becca First Light Priming Filter. Again, all my makeup is old. This is brand new. I've used it, I think, twice, because I found it brand new in this freaking tote of all this other unopened ass makeup. But before I do that, I typically, my go-to primer is this, but I'm not going to use this today. I am going to use this because I want like a really smooth finish. So I'm going to do this Benefit Professional. And I'm going to try to tag everything in the description box, because I'm not going to do a step-by-step of like what I'm doing. Oh, now it feels like I'm sweating, y'all. It is so hot now. Like, I had to turn my air on. It's the first time of the year I've turned my air on. Typically just open up a window and let the breeze. But y'all can see that. This is so good because for all the large pores here, it just kind of like creates a little soft base for me to build off of. Now, typically, once I'm done this, I would set my primer, but I'm gonna do the first light. Now, I don't know if me setting this first light is going to take away the dewiness that can come with the radiance. I just did a couple pumps, but we're gonna try it. Makeup is also supposed to be fun, so I just put it on my hands and I'm gonna go around on my face, not really focusing on there, but we'll do a quick sweep there, but everywhere else cool. But yeah, these projects are just like making me believe again, because between what's happening in the industry, my main channel, things slowing down because I was like not in a great place personally and struggling with losing multiple family members in a short period of time, dealing with my house, and acquiring that, and the stress of like, getting that, and my mom moving, and now, you know, she's had some career changes because of this damn Trump presidency. Life has just really been life-ing, and then creatively, it's like, what the hell? This is the Fenty setting powder. And I'm just honestly setting here for sure, because I don't want my makeup to last all day. I'm trying to record a lot today, and I typically don't do that. I don't know why I did it that way, because I really just pressed that in. And I'm almost out. This is in coffee. I'm literally almost out. That's why I keep, it's like the littlest bit. I'm trying to get to fall through these holes here. Yeah, I don't know why I said it like that. I typically would take this little like sparse brush. But anyway, I'm in a place of like, yeah, let's make it happen. Let's do it. I'm inspired by my peers, which is also just such a reminder of like how important it is for you to show up for your dreams, because God can use you to help make sure that other people don't give up on theirs. Like, I am so inspired by seeing so many of my peers making the things that they want to make, telling stories, but specifically telling the stories that they want to tell. And then those stories are just so specific and so dynamic and so tapped in that they resonate. They are not fluff or bullshit, and like, they just really, really, really freaking work. I think I'm gonna underpaint, y'all. So I use this Too Faced foundation in a really darker color to contour when I underpaint. I really kind of want like a natural moment. So there you go. But let's talk about Forever specifically. I am just so obsessed with the way that Mara so masterfully captured the teenage romance experience and like the first time really falling in love. It was just so beautifully written, beautifully shot, amazing performances, the little nuances and idiosyncrasies for each character, like Justin being an ADHD king. Chef's kiss. Chef's kiss. I don't know if the boy is on the spectrum. At first, that's what I thought, but they only really confirmed he has ADHD. So I ain't gonna put an extra diagnosis on his ass. But baby, the awkwardness was awkwarding, and it was just so good. And then Keisha, confident, ambitious, but still seeking, you know, family, a home, a safe space, while navigating the very real pressures. Well, they both are navigating very real family pressures, but her navigating the very real pressures of not falling victim to her mother's mistakes, her mother's trappings, and not being a waste of energy or effort on her mom, right? Like, she has the single mom. Her dad is off chasing his dreams, but kind of like being a failure. And I hate to use that term, but that's kind of what it gives. And she's at, in LA, South LA, with her single mother, who is working overnight and busting her butt to keep her in private school so she can have the best access to education, but also so that she can wind up making her dream come true of running track for Howard University. And she just has such real pressure that she's grappling with throughout the entire show, of like not wanting to let her mom down, because she understands so vividly how much her mother has sacrificed for her. And just to speak to Keisha's point, or Keisha's character, I'm trying to pull out the rest of this eyeshadow primer, and it's like at the very end. This is Smashbox, by the way. I thought that Lovey did just such a beautiful job of like really fleshing out and delivering Keisha. I understood and I felt her being, I don't know, my situation is a little bit tricky, because while I was technically raised by a single mother, I know my dad. My dad was in my life. My dad and my mom met when they were in college, and they had me when my mom was graduating college. And then I think they only made it a year after I was born, and then some things went down in their relationship, and my dad moved to Michigan to go to Wayne State for graduate school. So all of my life, my father was living in Detroit, and I'm on the eyeshadow now. My father was living in Detroit, and I was living in Baltimore with my mom, but my father was very adamant. Like, that man did not play with, like, you will spend every summer with me, the whole summer. So it's the day I got out of school, the next day my flight was booked. And he didn't play. He was not playing. And I was only allowed to fly back to Baltimore the day before school started. Yeah, he was not with the bullshit when it came to that. And then I did some Christmas breaks with him. But for the most part, the real, like, standing appointment was very much so, get your ass here for the summer. So that's kind of how it was. So while my mom, didn't have help during the school year, she had the entire summer off when it came to me. Now I'm going to the Basquiat palette. And that is interesting. But anyway, I say all that to say, I understand the, like, single mother struggle and the well-to-do daughter, because during the year I grew up with my mom, and my mom was struggling with various things, trying to find herself. Like, a lot was going on, and I was very responsible, very, very responsible, ambitious, and athletic. And my mom was like, oh, child. Her and her friends would party and have a good time and do all the things. Looking back now, like, I know exactly what that was. But It was very, very hard to live through. But I'm saying all that to say, I completely understand Keisha's position in like not wanting to be the additional pressure, or not the pressure, not wanting to be a failure, or not wanting to be worth the sacrifices that your mother made so that you can exist, so that you can survive, so that you can go on. Now, the one thing that I would say is I didn't experience to the degree of like her mom in reference to like the support and being very, very tapped in with her like athletic goals, because my mom, she just wasn't that. Like, I did what I was doing, and as long as I wasn't getting pregnant and doing the wild stuff, robbing people, she wasn't really paying attention like that, and she didn't never have to worry about that with me because I was just a very good girl. But the stakes for Keisha for most of the damn show is her idea of like letting her mother down, being a failure, or not being worthy, right? And I think that's such a very interesting thing to explore with children or teens their age, because I get it. And it's one of the things that I really loved about the show, because like those are the type of stakes that we're having go down. Like, it's not like their lives are not threatened at all, for real, but they let you believe that they think that this is it. Like, this is it for me. If this person don't call back, if this person don't fall in love with me, if this person don't to the teenage experience, I get it, because you know I've definitely had those moments as well. But also, a lot of us, specifically in the hood, have experienced that with much more gravity laid circumstances, where your actual well-being could have been in danger because of other like environmental factors. Like, I grew up in the hood in Baltimore, so like niggas was getting robbed, there was crackheads on the corners, it was, things was real. So like, while I'm like zapping out about a boy, I also do have very real like existential threats. But these kids didn't really have that. On the other end, and I like that. I love that, because I think that that is the experience of some Black American teens, and we need to be able to depict that. There's white people who get shows all the time that are just walking around and doing damn near nothing, and you know, people are like obsessed and like tuned in. So like, what the fuck? But Justin, our other protagonist, he's with a well-to-do family. Child, I'm like doing this and y'all can't see what the hell I'm doing. That live in the Hollywood Hills. And like I said, he's the ADHD king. Got me sweating, honey. Girl, you have already put on your underpants. You cannot sweat it off. But baby, look at that fallout. Child. What was I saying? Oh, Justin. He has the coverage of his well-to-do parents. He's grown up in a 2-parent household. He's the oldest brother. His parents have gone to therapy and are like trying to parent as best they can. They make mistakes just like everybody else, which again is what I love. They try, and they're really good parents, but they're not perfect parents, because perfect parents don't damn exist. Speak on it. And for Justin, we get to, when we meet him, he's like struggling with like an essay, and then we learn later, you know, what is that all about. And it's so interesting to me how, yes, he's being underserved, and his mother is trying to achieve, like push him to achieve his way out of being lost, and it doesn't really work like that. Like, his parents had all the best intentions for him, and shout out to his damn daddy. I don't know if we have seen a father like him on screen before. What is that? And I am so grateful for it. This It's a benefit pencil that has run out, honey. But I love it so much. Now I gotta go get another one. But anyway, back to Justin. And it's not until he meets Keisha that he really starts to like have something to look forward to in life, and like that he deeply wants and makes him really, really happy. Up until that point, he's just kind of like floating and trying to fit in. Oh, but I'm actually going to do a whole review about this, so I'm not even going to go into this in depth. Like, I'm going a little bit too far. I wanted to really talk about my feelings around this type of media. And another like affirmation point that this is giving me is that like you can tell the stories that you want to tell. I was literally talking to my homegirl a few weeks ago, and I told her I was concerned because I do have an idea for a YA drama. I have, as many of y'all know, covered All American for a while and really enjoyed All American as a series for the most part. And I had an idea for YA drama. However, as you know, I continue to get older and kids continue to be born, they are having a completely different experience than we are. Like, they don't have the opportunity to like go to the, like, they're not going to the mall and the movies and kicking it, right? Like, they're not even, honestly, a lot of them aren't even meeting their best friends in person or at school. A lot of them are meeting their friends online, and all of their social interactions are online. So I was telling my homegirl, like, I'm gonna go pitch that damn show, and who the hell gonna buy it? Because the kids that are coming up won't resonate with any of the experiences that I put on screen, because they asses have never seen it. And most of them are socially inept to the point where, you know, and it's not because they're terrible people, but it's because they have never been exposed in that way. How many of these kids coming up have been iPad kids? And they don't know what it is to like only have a bike and your best wishes and to be in the house or on the porch by the time the street lights come on. None of them. So I put that into a damn show in the TikTok era with the iPad kids with the short ass attention spans, with all the nuances and specificity. How do the creators who have, you know, these particular takes and want to, you know, show these experiences on the screen, how do we actually do so if we are barreling towards an audience who won't even relate? And she was like, well, they have other experiences. And my homegirl, like, I really feel like she is the contrarian to me often. She affirms me in a lot of other ways, but oftentimes she's like coming with like a separate idea, which I've grown to be very appreciative of, because it helps me like shore up my arguments and think about things deeper. And I kind of like shrugged it off. And then she's like, well, then you'll just have a smaller audience and that's fine. But with the release of this show, I'm like, and it hitting, but it's also hitting with like people like me, older folks. So, you know, what I'm saying could possibly still be a problem, but alas, we will see. But the point from like the very beginning is like, girl, make the shit anyway. But that's what Forever really has done for me. It has like galvanized me of like, yeah, girl, whatever the story is going to be, tell it. And maybe this younger audience can't see it one-to-one. But then also, maybe we hit a boiling point. Maybe we hit a tipping point where they don't want these manufactured ass experiences. I hate the idea. Oh my God. I hate the idea of how they are like pushing all of this chatbot girlfriends and AI best friends. Like, they are really pushing for people to not have the human experience for real, and to engage in such unhealthy ways with technology. And it's so freaking ridiculous. But I also have to have faith that there is a a group of people, an ilk of people who are going to realize this is happening and who are going to wake it up that this is happening and are not just going to stand for it. Like, I am a good example of, like, I'm getting super, super intentional about curating the experience I have in reference to the experience of life. And in times where society is trying to push me to speed up, purposefully slowing down, purposefully choosing the harder way to do things, purposefully choosing the slower medium, purposely choosing to listen longer and not need people to hurry up and get to the damn point. Like, purposefully pushing against all of the things that they're attempting to normalize now, because I don't want my life to become this weird ass AI technology robot controlled thing where all the humans have no souls and no real human experiences and are literally just cogs in the wheel of a group of terrible ass non-god having ass billionaires and trifling folk. Like, I refuse. That was like such the biggest tangent, y'all. Oh, that was such the biggest tangent, but that's really how I feel. So I guess officially this is a chit chat, get ready with me. And it takes, like, being able to see the birth of projects like Forever, at least for me, to be like, okay, all right, yeah, she is more Rock Akil, so she does get a little bit more in reference to Greenlight, but you know, she has struggles as well. Because she doesn't just get anything greenlit, right? Like, we ain't been able to get a Girlfriend sequel yet. So while she has opportunity to get things made a little bit easier than me, she's still fighting the uphill battle. And when the opportunities that she do get, she is choosing to use those opportunities to tell very specific, nuanced Black stories. And it's like, okay, you know what, Mara? Hell yeah, girl. I just let my concealer sit for a little bit. I think I put too much on my nose, but whatever. When in doubt, blend it out, honey. When in doubt, blend it out. And I do that so that it has more coverage. When I go into my eye, because it's dried down a bit, like it covers the best. It doesn't thin out as easier as you are trying to manipulate it and place it. Yeah. And we love an awakening in your concealer look, child. I just started using one of these to, like, blend out concealer, and I'm still trying to figure out how I feel about it. But it ain't the worst. I think I can handle a beauty blender better, but this is getting the job done. I think I'm gonna post this tomorrow, which will be the 11th, and I'm filming this, I think, on the 10th. And that's so cool because the 11th is 1 year from when I started my little, I'm gonna go live every day. And at first I was going live for every day, and that turned into, for 30 days, then that turned into 60 days, that turned into 90 days, and from there it turned into, I don't know when I'm gonna stop, I'm gonna just keep going. And then from there it turned into 365 days, and I wound up stopping at 311 just because life was whooping my ass, y'all. And after my cousin's funeral, which was my second funeral of the year, I was like, I can't. All those lives are still up. If you want to go and see and be all in my business, you can do so. I can do this now. So I'm always, like, putting mascara on and then doing some doofy shit, and then it ends up on the bottom of my, or the top of my cheeks. But I'm putting this on in lashes, so I'm not just doing a just mascara look. And this is the Benefit Bang Bang. I don't even know if they make this anymore. Again, I just opened this a month ago. It was brand ass new. I'm not buying new makeup until I use up all my old, and then hopefully by then, the beauty brands are add my ass to some PR lists. Cause quiet as kept, y'all. I really I should, and I can. I just have to decide to. But I really want to save all my damn money. Pay out, first of all, I'm in the process right now of paying off a bunch of debt. But save all my money for my shows and my films that I want to produce, which I feel like I'm going to have to pay for my damn self, and my van. I want to build out a van and take some time and do some van life stuff. But we'll see. Each priority in due time. All right. I use this basic ass, it's not basic because I really love it, but they discontinued it a long time ago. It's Revlon's Photo Ready. You guys can't find it. It is nowhere. You will not be able to find it. Don't go look for it. And I'm not being smart when I say that. I'm like, for real. They discontinued this before I moved to LA. I've been in LA going on 9 years. I'm just telling you. And I drove around all of the different locations. Like, I think I went to like 6, not all of them, but I went to 6 or 7 locations and bought this foundation up from every Ulta because it's that good. It is a drugstore. Again, it's Revlon, but baby, it is so good. And it like rivaled at the time. It rivaled my Makeup Forever, which Makeup Forever is definitely still better, but this is damn good, and I'm still using it. Could it be expired? Maybe, but like I said, I'm using this damn makeup until it's gone. I have bottles on bottles on bottles and bottles of it. Then I've also gone through seasons where I don't put on makeup at all, so it just be here. As long as it don't have no mold in it, we gonna use it. So that's what I'm using. I'm sorry. I'm pretty sure they probably have like a comparable one now. So like, go and check it out. I know that Meg Thee Stallion is a endorser and ambassador for them. So like, yeah, go support Revlon. I love this foundation. I really wish they didn't discontinue it. It's phenomenal. Like, look at that. Look at it. It's incredible. And I'm going lightly over the top. But what I love about this, right, is like, because I did the underpainting, it's so subtle, I think. You have to tell me in the comments. So subtle. So good. Alright, and then what I'll do for leaking is I'll do a brighter color. This is Maybelline Fit Me powder. This one is in medium deep. In my inner corner, I go much lighter like that. Just there. And then for the rest, it's Fit Me in dark. And y'all, this is how I do it. You quite literally do not have to do your makeup this way. I know we're in the age of people like loving telling people you're wrong and don't do it this way, but like, I promise you, I love my process of doing makeup. It's fun. I get the results that I'm looking for. I don't need your help in this regard, Buki, but thank you. This is a bronzer, Thick Mint. Yeah. Thick Mint Fenty. And yes, I need to clean my brushes. I've been playing around with like blush. Sometimes I'll put it on before concealer and sometimes I'll put it on after. Today I'm putting it on after. But like, play with that because I've got some very interesting results. think my mascara should be dry now. I'm doing these like little Spidey Ardell lashes. I don't remember the number because I threw the thing away. But like they got these little spiky. I think they're cute. And this is duo lash glue. Alright, we gotta let that get tacky. While that's happening, I'm gonna take this lip liner in espresso and sharpen it. And I think this is a buxom sharpener. I don't overline my lips. I haven't been able to figure it out and make it work. I feel like I look crazy. But the girls who do it, shout out to y'all. Well, the girls who do it right and look good, because not all y'all do, but that's y'all's business. Shout out to y'all, keep doing it. One of these days, maybe I'll learn it, but I'm not like in a rush at all. I want like a powdery powder, all these like lippies here. And I always wind up mixing. So, like right now I'm looking at these two. Stila liquid lipstick and then an infallible L'Oreal. Yes. But going back to Forever, I really love the two protagonists, Justin and Keisha. They're just so dope and perfect for each other. I don't want to like ruin what happens at the end, but I've started to see a couple people kind of like be pissed about the ending, but I thought the ending was perfect, like literally perfect. Like they give you so much angst because they are going through so much angst during the entire show, but the resolve that you get at the end, it makes so much sense. And I think that we're just to experience YA stories in a very different melodramatic soapy way. And I just wish like the ending is what I wish for a few characters in the All-American universe, but we will never get it, and I'm aware of that. But baby, I definitely wish for it. I should put this in more because this is dragging down on the end here. And I don't want my eye to look closed, and I think I'm going to have to put some liner here because it's the line is kind of white. Okay. I just put glue on this one, so, and I am going to use this blush. It is Code Breaker by NYX. I don't even know if they have these ombre blushes anymore, but when they first came out, baby, they were all the rage and we sold out like crazy. And as you can see, I barely used it, so I was getting everything as it was popular and then like not even using all of it. But also at the time, because I was working at Ulta, I got a lot of gratis and stuff, so I couldn't use everything. I'm trying to like be proactive about my time, so I'm like, while I wait for this to get tacky, what we doing? Okay, so this pink is okay. I feel like it's too pink, or is it too red? I think I want to add sheer. I need to put the blush down. I actually need to put the blush down before I make the decision. I love this formula because it feels so soft. Like, it's a thicker formula, but it's not like a traditional liquid lipstick formula that like, oh wait, did I put it on backwards? Oh, I put the wrong ones on because this one's supposed to be on this eye. Child, that's why it looks like that. Erica. Girl, what the hell? What the heliante? That's why. I'm like, why does this look so drastic? Because I have the outside on the inside and the inside on the outside. I have the wrong lashes on each lash. The left is on the right and the right is now going on the left. God damn it. At least it's not poking me in the eye. And y'all, that's the only way I can really put on lashes is to look down in the mirror. I'm not a liner girl. I don't know what the hell I'm doing most of the time. But because I got this gap here in the lash, I want it to look more seamless. So I'm just going to make this black line. Okay, it's not perfect, but Lord. Okay. Child. Just don't run. Don't run for me, please. I was trying not to do too much anyway. Just don't run. While that's happening, where's all my damn brushes? Where's my duster brush? Brush. Oh, don't want to get the inner corner yet. Let's just do out here. And then the forehead, of course. Now I need to let that liquid liner dry. It's kind of getting sticky. It's getting sticky. What am I doing? What am I doing? Oh, I can do blush now. That's fine. Redder blush first, which is not a blush, it's an eyeshadow. It's like this red orange right here. That's my baseline. Oh, y'all, this is dying, so I gotta finish it. Hurry up. My phone that I'm recording on is dying. So that goes down first. And because I want a really like pinky girly look, Now I'm going in with the ombre. And I guess y'all just gonna have to see. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Be careful, girl. Go slowly. Y'all gonna have to see when it's all said and done. Because again, my phone about to die. Ah, ah, ah. I gag. Yes, girl, yes. Hells yeah, honey. Oh, come on, blush placement. And yes, blush blindness is a thing, but this ain't that. Alright, y'all gonna have to see the final thing. I'm gonna put my phone on the charger. Voila! This is the look, y'all. I added a little bit of this to the lip that I had did. It was a little bit too muted for me. So give a pop of color, and then I put a little bit more blush on. And then of course this pink shirt. I think it's gonna bring it all together. And on my backdrop is black and white with a pink light in the back. So this should make for some really cool content tonight. Ta-da! Girl, this hair, it's got a lot going on with it, honey. But this is the look. I feel good. I have to prioritize putting myself together because it goes so far in helping me manage my mood, and how motivated I feel to like keep creating. When I look crazy, I'm like less motivated to get on camera and start talking my so yeah. Full review of Forever as well as full review of Sinners, both coming up on my main channel, so make sure that you're subscribed over there. If you the first time finding me is on this personal channel, then hey, welcome, hi, I'm your sister Let's Talk TV with, and I have a whole other channel where I talk about film and television, give commentary, critique, etc. It's called Erica Bain TV. I'll link it in the description box down below. Thank y'all so much for listening while I got ready. I want to do more of these. Your girl is back. Like, it's giving I'm back. And I kind of left that for me. Okay, see you in the next one.